What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Dueling Aces. Happy Friday. How's it going, buddy?
Yeah, glad to be in here on a Friday doing aces. Weird slate yesterday, light slate. We both liked early games, couldn't get around to get the recording done. We're back here today, our usual. We love the full slate Fridays here, Big Way. Gotta get the baseball outfield next with that whole of baseball here. But yeah, man, ready to roll. It's been a pretty good week so far on our end. I think I'm sitting at 11-7 this week, which isn't not like the world on fire, but a decent amount of profit. Hopefully, we can keep it going today. I got 5 plays on my card today. Of course, just 2 here on the show. But what about you, my man? How's things going? Ready to end the week with a bang here?
Yeah, hopefully we can keep this going. We had a nice sweep yesterday, 3-0, until we added our last play later in the day, which we shouldn't have done, which ended up losing. That darn Jansen Junk. I don't even know if Jansen's his first name, but I know his last name's Junk, and it took him to go
Nothing but junk.
took
Yeah.
him to find 3 Ks, and the Junk couldn't even find 3 Ks. I knew that was risky too. I knew he's not really a K guy. I just thought it was
All
a
right.
good
Hey,
parlay
three
piece,
and
but you
one,
know
still a
what?
good
It's
day,
fine.
though.
Still a good day. We're
Right.
looking for a good day here. We ended up cashing our bonus play, which was a carryover from the day before. So Mike ended up giving out the Blue Jays under yesterday, which was the day prior, and it cashed yesterday for us. So now that moves us to 60-35 on the season with Mike for a 63%, and the show is 72-45 overall. I don't know why I keep doing the total show. I guess maybe I'll keep doing weekend stuff, but I've
There
been
you go.
kinda liking just keeping it to the weekday stuff. Maybe I'll find some other content to do on the weekends and keep this more just to, our show. So, yeah, let's, start this thing off, man. I know you're kinda riding. I know we both kinda like a couple guys to get some strikeouts today, but you've been falling in love back in love with your totals today. So what's your first play of the day?
Yeah, you're right, Big Wade. I mean, these full game unders been good to us. I started getting into them again about a month ago, and we've just been picking our spots. We've not been overplaying them, but they're 13-6 so far. So small sample size, but just like it when I think we get two decent pitchers going against each other, as long as both bullpens aren't complete crap. Really like it when teams have been struggling the last couple weeks or so. That's kind of what I've been doing. So to that point, first play today, I'm gonna go Mets Pirates under 8.5. I think you can get minus 112 at Valley Bet or DK. Like that quite a bit. Really like David Peterson. I mean, he's finally fully healthy after a really injury riddled career. Little southpaw there for the Metamucils. Mainly a ground ball guy. He can get a few Ks here and there, but he's really, really good at inducing double plays. I think he should feast against a really light hitting Pirates, offense. We've been riding the Pirates under in their games all year long, been profiting handsomely on it. You look at this here, I really don't know why the total's not 7.5. Maybe the books are a little bit, afraid of the Mets offense, which I kind of get. But my goodness, Wade, you look at WRC plus last 2 weeks, Mets just 23rd. They've been struggling at the plate lately. That same span, Pirates 28th over the last 2 weeks. They're 29th against lefties overall this season, so almost dead last there. I just don't see where the runs are going to come from. This has probably got. I always like to joke and say this has got 4-2 written all over it. I can definitely see that here.
Yep.
Pittsburgh roster expected bat average is 236 against Peterson, and Mitch Keller flip side. I mean, he's nothing special. I've got him right as league average as far as starting pitchers go. He's a steady starter. He's actually done really well against New York in his career. Expected WOBA of just 274. So I just don't see where the runs are going to come from. Yeah, I guess Soto and Alonso could go off here, but still, I'll let under 8.5 quite a bit. Any thoughts from you, my man?
Yeah, I like this quite a bit. My model's got this thing right at 8.5, so I think this is a pretty good look. I really like Peterson. He's been pretty strong this year. His expected run stuff's all pretty nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think this is a pretty good look. I always like matching up an elite guy with Mitch Keller. I think those games always have
yeah,
a tendency to go under. So very
nice.
very good look here. Love that one.
Appreciate it, buddy. What do you got for the people here? Ready to stay hot coming off 3 in 1 day? What do you got for us going prop? Going straight or parlay? It's always what I want to know. You going straight or parlay here for your favorite?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Remember what happened the other day? I guess I'm just gonna tie this right into that play. We keep doing this. I'm not sure if it's been helping us or hurting us, but I'll give out David Peterson to go under 2.5 earned runs.
Yeah,
Just gave that out not that long ago, -127 on Profit X. I'm not sure what you can get it now. I guess that was about 2 hours ago.
Good price.
Hopefully it's still right around there. I know it was -160s, -150s, earlier today on most other sports books. Um, Mainly really like this look because he's cashed this at a really high percentage over the last 2 seasons, and he's really due for a good one here. He's cashed 15 of the last 19 on the road. He's faced 3 really tough teams in a row on the road. The Dodgers for the second time this season, the Braves, and also the Phillies for the second time this season. Outside of those last 3, he cashed 7 straight and 10 of 11 before that overall. Last year, he cashed this line 82% overall, missing only 4 times in 22 starts. And this season, he's cashed, like I said, 15 of 19, and also 15 of the last 18 left-handed pitchers that have faced the Pirates have stayed under 2, and only one pitcher against the Pirates at Pittsburgh has gone over this total in 11 I believe 11 starters. So 10 of 11 have been under this line at Pittsburgh. So I just think this is a pretty good line. And one thing I really like to look at, which Mike usually points out to me, is over on Baseball Savant. His run value is really great on almost every single
Yeah.
pitch type he's got. Pitching run values, 86th percentile. His fastball run value, 71st. Breaking run value, 78th. And then his off speed is 87. So um, all pretty good stuff there. He misses a lot of barrels. Like Mike said, gets a lot of ground balls. So I think that helps us keep runs down, even if he gives up a base runner or two, because he can give up some free bases here and there and walk some guys. So I just think I think this is a pretty good look. Pirates are an offense that don't really scare me too much, so I think this is a good bounce back spot for him after struggling the last few games.
Yeah, I love that look from you there, Wade. Obviously, with me being on the under, it does tie in there. But Peterson's solid, man. He really is. He's kind of underrated, in my opinion. You look at his numbers. This is going back 2024. He's 10-3 last year with a 2.9 ERA. And then this
Yeah.
year he's 5-3 with a 2.98. No, but nobody's talking about the
No,
guy. I
nobody
mean,
ever talks about him.
yeah, it's something. I know he's not a big time strikeout guy,
Yeah, he
but
just doesn't have the sexy stuff that people look
yeah,
for.
maybe that's what it is. Yeah, but I just love the 94th percentile on ground ball rate, 95th percentile on extension, which is kind of like a weird stat that I like that nobody really talks about. But getting a guy at 6'6", 240, and yeah, he's only throwing 92, 93. But man, when you're getting that much extension, that's looking like 90, 96, 97 to the hitter. So
I
yeah,
think
I
he
like that
mixes
quite a
up
bit.
his, I just think he mixes up his pitch mix pretty well. If you look, he's got those 5 pitches, none of them are over 30%, none of them are under 10%, so he utilizes them pretty well, and I think he does a pretty good job with him and his pitching coaches. I think they have a really good strategy against the pitchers or the batters every single time they come up. He must have a really good knack for, no, him and the I guess the catcher specifically just have a really good game plan every time they go out there to get these guys out. He has the arsenal where he doesn't have to lean on a 40% fastball and a 20% slider and everything else he may not throw. So I think
He,
that really helps him keep his ERA down because he can really
he,
keep batters off balance.
That's an excellent point. This is going to be blasphemy as a Braves fan. He reminds me a lot of Tom Glavine, the lefty. It doesn't throw that hard.
Yeah.
He's bigger. He's taller than Glavine.
Yep.
He's bigger than Glavine. But the stuff, he picks his spots. He kind of nibbles around the corners. That's why he walks some guys. He nibbles. But yeah, he reminds me of a poor man's Tom Glavine. That's it. It just came to me right there. You never know
He's
what you're
just
going to hear
got the
on
two, and
Friday.
that well, and another thing I noticed too is the sinker and the four seam. He throws them both
Yeah.
right around 92 miles an hour. And then he throws a slider and his changeup right around 84 miles an hour. So he's got two sets of pitches that has the same miles per hour that can really get. So he's got not only the pitch mix, he works them well, he mixes them well, and then he's got the speed advantages with it on with two different types of pitches. It's just he's a really nice pitcher, man. So these are
It's
really good looks for us here.
Here
Hey,
we go.
sports fans, are you looking for free daily sports betting picks and the hottest promo codes for sports books in your state? Check out eatwatchbet.com, bettersinsider.com, and hellorookie.com, your ultimate one-stop shop for winning sports picks and unbeatable deals. Dive into daily articles packed with expert predictions and tips to help you make smarter bets. Plus, we've got links to exclusive promo codes for every major sports book in your state. Why miss out on free money? Don't wait. Visit eatwatchbet.com, bettorsinsider.com, and hellorookie.com now and take your sports betting game to the next level.
Far as any of our sites, Bet365, really good offer right now. Bet five, get $150 in bonus bets. That's win or lose. You don't even have to win that
Yep.
$5 bet to get it. Promo code 365BBBV1, so like Boy Victor 1 on the end there. But yeah, you can find that on any of our sites. Would love to get you guys on board.
All right, man. What's your next play?
Yeah, let's go to another under. Let's stick with them, right? I debated on some props today, but I really like the
Yeah.
totals better. Then we'll go Cardinals Guardians under 8.5. I think you can get that right
Okay.
now. Let me check it real quick here. I want to see current price on that. Minus 105 there at DK. Dang it, it was plus 100 just about a few minutes ago. That's okay. Minus 105. We're not mad about that. Yeah, I think this is kind of going to be a sneaky pitcher's duel here, Wade. I mean, Sonny Gray's one of my guys. You know, he's not, we talked about it off air, he's not elite level anymore, but he's still, I think, above average. You know, he's still very good. This Cleveland offense stinks, man. You and I talked about it also off air. Just been terrible all year long. 27th last 2 weeks, WRC plus, just 20th for the whole season against righties. I don't know how they're going to do any damage against Sonny Gray. I mean, Kevin Gosman looked like Cy Young yesterday against them. And, you know, Gosman and Gray to me kind of have similar stuff. I've got Gray's 22nd best pitcher in baseball. Then he's facing one of my sneaky good guys, Luis Ortiz, who's got way better strikeout numbers than a lot of people realize. Nobody's heard of this kid. But I've got him as the 77th best pitcher in baseball, which is not too bad when you think about it. Don't love the Cards bullpen, but I do like Cleveland's bullpen. Still a strength of theirs, not in bullpen K minus BB rate. But yeah, put it all together in the mixer. These two teams average 8.4 runs per game when just for home away split. I adjusted it down just because one, the poor Cleveland offense, averaging just 3.81 runs per game, even at home. And I don't see him do much damage against Gray. They may get one on him, maybe two. I don't see any more than two. And Ortiz, I think he can, you know, I think contain this Cardinals line. The Cards have been way better on offense than I thought they would be. I admit I've been kind of wrong about this Cardinals team. They're better than I thought they would be. But still, last 2 weeks, just 12, on offense there. So I think Luis can do a decent job of holding them down. Really, this is another one of those totals where I really think it's close to a run too high. Yeah, two decent pitchers. Like I said, Cards bullpen does worry me a little bit. Cards offense worries me a little bit, but I still think this is one of those ones where we've got a 4-2 or maybe a 4-3 type of game, and we should be cashing another under ticket. At least fingers crossed. We'll see.
Yeah, let's go, baby. I like that a
Shoot,
lot. I like
go for
both
it.
pitchers in this matchup, so I think this is right up my alley. I think this is a good look. When I was going through my model and we were talking about it off air, I figured this was a play that you might target. So,
You know it. You
and then
know me
after,
well, man. You
well,
know me well.
after you mentioned that you were gonna go to this game, I've been sitting here trying to figure out, man, should I switch my pick? Because if I give out the pick I was gonna give out, now we've got both of our picks will be tied into each other. And last time we did that, it didn't work out too well, if you remember. What should I do? What should I do?
Oh, he changed his mind in the middle of the show. This is not, yeah, this doesn't usually happen.
I don't know. Do we want all of our picks tied into each other again? I
I
got
mean,
plenty to give out. I can flip it here.
the good thing is that if it works out, we're gonna go sweep. I think we got highlights.
They are correlated in a
Yeah,
way where
yeah,
if they all work out, everything works out. So all right. Let's
let's
just
do it.
stick with it
Let's
then.
go for it.
We'll
We're
stick with it.
gamblers at heart. Come on,
All
man.
right.
We're
We'll give
gamblers.
out Sonny Gray to go over 17.5 outs. Man, he's cashed 4 of the last 6 and 8 of the last 12 overall, missing his last 2. And I think he's really due to find a good one here. What I really love is the fact that his last 2 starts, he was pulled early in his last one due to the heat in that Saturday game against the Reds. Over 100-degree weather. He only went, I believe, 79 pitches, and in the game before that, he only went 76, something like that. So he's not gone over 80 pitches the last 2 games. Prior to that, he went 90 plus 3 of his 4 games. So I think get a night game in Cleveland, I think they will let him go a little bit deeper, especially if he's pitching well. He's actually cast this line 3 straight head-to-head against Cleveland, and 2 of them have been at Cleveland. Cleveland ranks 3rd to last average, dead last in BABIP, and 4th worst on-base percentage over the last 30 days, and really for the entire season, they've been bottom 5, bottom 6 in almost every offensive category against right-handed pitchers. They just haven't been able to hit pitchers very well. He's usually a guy that can go pretty deep. If he can just stay off that off speed stuff like you and I were talking off air, and
Yeah.
like you, it's just everything else looks pretty good. His breaking stuff, run value is 87th percentile. Fastball is 71st. Everything's still pretty good there. He's not really walking many guys this year. He's up in the 93rd percentile, so he's not giving up free bases. He's still in the 74th percentile for strikeout rate. So I think he'll still be able to find strikeouts today. He'll probably land around 5. He might be able to get 6. But I like him. I like him at least 4 or 5 strikeouts today. I do believe he has struggled to strike out them in the past. I think he's landed on 4 and 5 a lot. So I would bet 4 and 5 are probably a good number for him, but I don't see him walking many guys, and I think he can get there. Plus, they really probably need him to go deep and stretch it out a little bit. He needs to get back into the 90s anyway. So I think either way, today we'll get a 90 plus pitch count out of him, and I think this will give us a nice full sweep on the main plays.
I love it, dude. Yeah, I love Gray. I mean, heck, his median on the year as far as innings pitched is 6 innings. We got that going for us with this play. And also, you hit on it, man. I love getting the median in our favor there. And I also love that we're facing a very below average offense here
Mm.
with Cleveland. So, Sonny should cook today, in my opinion, and should in theory go over that. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if he goes into the seventh, even maybe not the full seven, but I could see him finish 6.1, 6.2 innings in this one.
Yeah, I
Um,
looked at his under 2.5 earned runs, but he on the road he does tend to give up like 3 quite a bit. So I do think and in his expected ERA is 3.99. His overall ERA is right just below that at like 3.5. So I think today he could definitely go 6. I can see him giving up 3 runs. But I can still see this being like a 3-4 type of ball game, 3-2, something like that. So either way, I think both pitchers are going to have pretty good games in this game. So do we have a bonus play you wanted to give out? I know we were talking about totals in
yeah,
off air. Do we want to rock with that total we were talking about?
yeah, I think so. Let's do it. I played this a little bit better number at open yesterday, but I still think it's fine where it is. This is a pitcher's duel. We are dueling aces after all. We're going to live up our name with this bonus
Yeah,
play.
let's do it.
Let's go Seattle and Texas under 7.5. Like I said, I played under 8 yesterday, but I think it's still fine there. My projection run scores is just 6.86 in this one. Here we go. Wait for it. Dueling aces in this one. Logan Gilbert against Nate Eovaldi. My goodness. We joked off air about this. If you pull up Savant on Logan Gilbert, you're like, is this Logan Gilbert? Is this Cy Young coming back from the dead? My goodness, this guy's
For real.
insane. He's like a right-handed Tarek Schoolboy, isn't he? I mean, 98% on K, 98th in whiff, 98th and all this other things. Actually, in my starting pitcher rankings, I have Gilbert as first. Now that is just through his eight starts he's had, maybe 9, I can't remember. But I've got Evaldi sixth. So I mean, we're getting 2 guys in the top 6 here. Both of them can go deep. Another thing you hit on, we think it's a good time to buy low on Gilbert as far as outs. That might be something to look at also. But I love the fact we're getting 2 studs. And Texas' offense has been a huge
Mhm.
disappointment all year
Mhm.
long, man. I don't see how they're going to put up a lot of runs against Gilbert or even against Seattle's bullpen. I don't know if they'll need much of that bullpen, but 26 WRC plus overall this season against righties. Last 2 weeks, they're a little better, 15. Mariners offense does scare me, but man, oh man, Eovaldi's been solid. I think if anybody can at least keep them under wraps, it's going to be Mr. Eovaldi here. Man, just looked really, really good. Under 7.5 looks like a really good play there. Again, this could even be like a 3-1 type of game. It wouldn't surprise me in the least. What do you think, my man? Got any feel on these 2 pitchers? I know these are 2 guys we like quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm looking at the model right now. I was kind of scrolling through here. It's got
Nice.
Texas 4.2 and Mariners 3.22 for a total of 7.41. So that's right under the 7.5 total. Um,
Nice.
I'm not sure if this is correct. I definitely need to double check my data here, but it's got Eovaldi has a home ERA of 1.75.
I believe it. Yeah, he's been
So
really
I'm not
good.
sure if
Been
that's accurate
really
or not. The
good.
only thing that looks scary on my model here is Texas or uh the Mariners. They average 5 runs per game on the road, and the last 14 days,
Sure.
if the data is correct, they're ranked number one in WRC plus and OPS.
Yeah.
Number 3 in batting average and number 2 in walk rate versus, right-handed pitchers, but I think I definitely think the matchup here to focus on would be Eovaldi against this Mariners offense. He's got the stuff to keep these guys down. He averages six strikeouts at home per game, so I think he can, I think this is a pretty good look to stay under, so yeah, we're all about this for sure. Model likes it, I like it, data likes it, we like it.
Nice.
Alright, let's
Yeah.
do a quick rundown of the show, and then we will get out of here.
Let's do it.
Mike gave out the Mets and Pirates under 8.5. He gave out the Cardinals Guardians under 8.5. I gave out David Peterson under 2.5 earned runs and Sonny Gray to go over 17.5 outs. And then our bonus play is the under in the Seattle and Texas game, under 7.5. If you can find under 8, if you want to pay for that, I would go ahead and just pay for that.
There you go.
So.
Thanks for watching. It's been another fun week. I feel like we're in a good groove now, good rhythm. Hopefully, we can get a little bit hot again, get back up over 65%, maybe even make a push back towards 70. That's hard to do when you're hitting at a high rate, but we can do it, baby. We can do it. I got
Especially
faith in
hard
us.
to do when we're giving out 4 to 5 picks every show too. So,
True,
yeah, I
true, true.
hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Appreciate your support as always, and let's cash these tickets. See you guys later.